they talk about retirement, and I'm saying, we're too young to retire. What are you talking about? I plan to use AI, and I plan to use my American experience and my American thinking to provide a opportunity for me to earn until I can no longer move around. Mm-hmm. I believe that English is still going to be an important language for communication around the world. I plan to sell English and the American idea or the American experience for the next 30 or 40 years of my life. 30 or 40 years. I have a friend. He lives in Kaohsiung. He's 91 years old.
Wow.
He has lived in Taiwan 50 years. He has a Taiwanese ID. He lives in Rongjia in Kaohsiung. I go to Kaohsiung and see him. I ask him, you are an American. How did you get yourself into Rongjia? He said, no, 荣民之家. And he can reconnect with me. He says, help me get out of here. He says, every day they have Qingzhou xiaofan. I'm going crazy. There's no hamburgers, nothing here. So I try to help him find a place outside apartment. And no landlord want to rent to someone at 91 years old, right? So I gave him an idea. You and I buy a house together, and you live in there until you pass away. Mm-hmm. Then I live in there until I pass away. And we don't care about the value that it loses when people pass away, right? So I told my friend at 91, I said, you are not the only one who have the same problem. Many other people have this problem. We buy an apartment together. You live for the next 10 years, 15 years. When you pass away, I rent to someone else that is in their old age and can't find a good place to live. And then at the end, when I'm that old, when I'm 70, 80, I go live in there myself. So that's what we're working on right now to get him out of that room. Huh? When I pass away, so that would be maybe if my plan goes well, it will be 3 or 4 older people pass away. The house would have no value by Taiwan standards. I'll leave it with my kids or whatever if they want to use it, just like that. So I'm trying to help my friend out, but my friend has been here for 50 years. I ask him often, what was it like the first time you come to Taiwan 50 years ago with a young family, and then told me many stories. One interesting story is about early Taipei. But I plan to use AI. To help me maintain a good, healthy lifestyle. Use technology and I believe with an aging society, it is a problem that the government have to face. So the government policies toward older citizens will be more friendlier. And I plan to fully use that. Actually, when I was younger, I was always a workaholic. Actually, I paid a lot of taxes. So I always thought I paid taxes society. And I used to work as a volunteer policeman at the police station before my illness. I used to do that. And so I was really into these type of things. So I feel that when I was younger, when I could, I paid for the society. So if there's a government policy that would help me to make my life easier, I accept it with a big smile. I have no problem taking that. And if one day, if I am able to give back to society, I'm willing to give back again. So that is my attitude. So that's the way I'm facing retirement now.
Last time, remember you mentioned about you have a plan B, right?
Right. If there's a war. Actually, I kind of changed that because I want to try to I have 2 kids. They're all early 20s. I don't think they want to go. So my plan B is now in the next year, maybe go rent a house somewhere in the countryside of Taiwan. And then if something goes wrong, go hide in the countryside of Taiwan. Yeah. I think it'll work because our road network is very well. So if it looks like there's going to be war, I think we can still travel. We can still travel on the roads and all that. Okay. So I'll go down somewhere south, like Yunlin or somewhere. It's a farming community,
right.
So there will always be food,
right.
like that.
Right.
And then away from any military bases or away from any important that will be attacked. You can plan. You can see where they're gonna attack. That's all well known. So stay away. Maybe another place down in Taoyuan, maybe it's up in the mountains, like in Fuxing.
Okay.
Up in
Oh,
Fuxing,
Fuxing.
up in the mountains. Yeah.
That's
That-
a brain sea.
But the thing is, when you look on 591, you cannot find any houses for rent or for sale up there.
Sure.
So that means there's a lot of empty houses. They just wait for someone to go and rent.
Ah.
And when I talk to my 91-year-old friend, I said, when you go look for a place, you should bring cash. And if you like it, you tell the landlord, I want to rent it. And here is 4 years of rent right now. You want to take it? We sign it. That's how I do it. After my stroke, I have a problem renting too. So when I go see a property, I always carry cash. When I see I like it, I tell the landlord, I like it. I want to sign a 4-year lease. But here is 2 years of rent right here.
Mhm.
Can we sign right now? And they look at the cash, they willing to sign. So it has worked for me. I've always.
It's one-time pay, not a down payment.
Huh?
It's one-time pay.
No, I signed 4 years and I pay 2 years up front.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Right.
And then at the end of 2 years, I paid the other year. It worked for me for a smaller apartment back here. I lived there for 6 years.
Okay.
4th floor, I climbed the floors up and down for 6 years.
Okay.
Right. And I tell my American friend, the 91-year-old, he doesn't believe that. He asked me, what if I pay for one year and I die in 1 month? I say, just consider that like you pay your electricity and pay power bills.
Yeah.
See, when I was growing up in America, I work in a Chinatown restaurant.
Okay.
We have gangsters come ask for money.
Yeah.
I told my boss, don't pay. I said, I'll get my American friends to come in here. I grew up in Texas. I used to have guns and all that. Don't pay. My boss told me, it's like paying for water bill, electricity bill.
Yeah.
I just pay and my business continue to grow.
Right.
So I think like that now when I try to use money to get what I want in rent or whatever, get a rental like that, right? So I try to get my American friend idea to that. And I gave him a story. I know how to use stories to change people's mind. I told my friend is 91 years old. He grew up in a time in America when Americans don't like African Americans. I say, think like this. I say, think like when you were young, when everybody don't like African American, if there's a rich African American family want to rent a house in a white neighborhood, but he can pay 1 year's rent. And the landlord want to take that 1 year's rent right away, knowing the neighbors will be angry at the black renter, and knowing that the neighbors would chase away bother the black renter until they pack up and leave. I say just like that. The renter will think the landlord will think he can earn money like that, and then the black family will think it's okay. We can accept the troublemaking, the laughing, and all that. We will stay here. I say you're 91 years old. Cultural difference is hard to break. So when you go see a house, you need to bring the cash, put it on the table. He doesn't believe me, and he goes everywhere. I try to find places for him he's in Kaohsiung. He wants to live down south. So in Kaohsiung, Pino around there, he goes see 5 or 6 places. Nobody wants to rent to him. And then,
Because you are young, so if you bring with your cash, most of the landlord they will agree to rent.
You think so?
House.
You're right.
For the 90 years old guy,
You think that's still hard?
Nobody
Too
wants.
too risk.
Too risky. That is. I think that is. See, here's the thing. You think it's impossible. I think there will be some people that could be touched. My idea is always think it's impossible. How can I make this happen? So I have a new idea. I told my friend the new idea. I say, go to the social worker. Ask the social worker to talk to the landlord. If you see a house you like, ask the social worker to talk to the landlord for you, like that. Get the experts. Talk, right.
There's one dedicated the social group called Tree Mama. They help the Asian citizen to find a house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Tree Mama.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. So I talked to her. Thank you. That helped him.
Yeah.
That helped a lot. Right.